This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Cop killed by mentally ill man. The Jamaica constabulary force has again been plunged into mourning during a reported unprovoked attack by a man believed to be of unsound mind in Lindsay, St. Catherine on Friday morning. The incident reportedly happened as the lawman walked along King Street, one of the main thoroughfares in the rural town. The deceased has been identified as Detective Constable Paul Gordon. There are unconfirmed reports that police personnel shot and killed the perpetrator not long after the attack on the lawman. The Corporate Communications Unit, the police's information arm, confirmed the attack on the policeman. Indications are that the officer was walking along the roadway towards an ATM when he was attacked and hit with a stone on the forehead at approximately 6:45 a.m. The lawman fell to the ground bleeding and unconscious and was quickly assisted by police personnel who arrived on the scene but succumbed to his injuries while being treated at the Linstead Hospital. Vaz's visitor's visa reinstated. 2 years after it was revoked, Energy Minister Darrell Vaz's United States visa has been reinstated. Vaz was on Friday issued a one-year visitor's visa to the U.S. He said in an interview with the news, "I can confirm and I am highly appreciative of the courtesy that has been extended by the U.S. Embassy in Kingston," Vaz said. Vaz's visa was snatched by the U.S. in November 2019. No formal reason was given for the revocation. "I am committed to pursuing the matter concerning the revocation of his U.S. visa with the aim of a positive result," Vaz had said in a statement at the time. Philip Paulwell, the long-standing Member of Parliament for East Kingston and Port Royal, also had his visa revoked. It is unclear if he has since reapplied for another. Man charged with murder in Trelawney. 20-year-old Brandon Thompson of Racecourse in Falmouth, Trelawney, has been charged with the murder of 31-year-old Kevin Reed. The incident happened on Queen Street in Falmouth on Saturday, September 18. It is alleged that about midday, Thompson and another man attacked Reed and opened gunfire at him, hitting him in the upper body. The attackers then escaped on a motorcycle. Thompson was arrested later that day and charged on Wednesday, September 22. His court date is not yet finalized. Police seize rifle in St. Elizabeth. The Black River Police seized a Smith & Wesson M&P 15-22 rifle during an operation in Hodges District in Black River, St. Elizabeth on Thursday. It is reported that about 6 p.m., cops were on duty when an abandoned building was searched and a weapon found. No arrest was made in relation to the seizure. Investigations continue. Police going through footage to arrest anti-vax protesters. The police are now going through footage captured at Wednesday's anti-vaccination protest in downtown Kingston to arrest and charge persons who are deemed to have breached the law. "We are looking at footage that we captured from these marches and meetings. We are going to where we identify people, we are going to summon them. They will be prosecuted, so it is not yet ending," Superintendent of Police Steve McGregor told the news. The protest was organized by the United Independence Congress, whose leader, Joseph Patterson, was among 4 persons arrested and charged by the police during the demonstration. Patterson, David Thompson, Kevon Harris, and Abigail Thompson were charged for breaching the Disaster Risk Management Act and the Public Order Act. A 5th person was warned for prosecution. Patterson's lawyer, Gavin Stewart, said he was bailed on Wednesday. The main person, the leader of the party, Mr. Patterson, he was charged for breaches of the Disaster Risk Management Act and not wearing a mask and being in a group of more than 10. He was also charged for breaches of the Public Order Act, marching when not given permission to march, did march without permission, or applying to march, and he was also arrested and charged for resisting arrest, he told the news. McGregor emphasized that persons have a responsibility to follow rules and regulations. There are guidelines and people will think that the police are being harsh, but they did not get any permission to march, and that there is a requirement if you are going to keep a public meeting and a march under the Public Order Act that you must apply to the police, said McGregor. You can't gather so many people publicly and then to make utterances that you're going to march in Parliament to disrupt, and we are to allow you to do that. There is no way any police force would allow citizens to behave like that. That's not freedom of speech and movement. That is an unlawful act. And they were trying to make it sound as if that is freedom of movement or freedom of speech, he continued. 12 more COVID-19 deaths, 434 new cases. COVID-19 has claimed 12 more lives in Jamaica, pushing the death toll to 1,821. Manchester, Clarendon, St. Catherine, and Kingston each recorded 3 deaths. The fatalities occurred during the period from September 16 to 21. Another 6 deaths are being investigated. At the same time, 434 COVID-19 cases were confirmed on Thursday from 1,323 samples. The positivity rate is 31%. COVID-19 hospitalizations continue to decline, with 663 people now admitted, down from 670 on Wednesday. The Ministry of Health says 117 patients are severely ill, while 42 are in critical condition. Tribute for singer Karen Smith set for Sunday. A tribute event for singer Karen Smith is slated to take place this Sunday. The virtual ceremony will start at 6 p.m. with a rebroadcast on PBCJ at 9 p.m. Family and friends will share fond memories of Smith in between videos of some of her performances. The news previously reported that the Thanksgiving service for the Songbird will take place on October 6 and will be live-streamed from St. James Parish Church in Montego Bay. Smith, who is a former president of the Jamaica Federation of Musicians and Affiliates Union, died at age 61 on September 11 after a 12-month battle with colon cancer. 4 fishermen charged in relation to Ganja bust in St. Mary. 4 fishermen have been charged in connection with the almost 3,000 pounds of ganja seized last week off the coast of Galena, St. Mary. They were charged on Wednesday. The men are 37-year-old Edson Thompson and 22-year-old William Reed, both of St. Thomas addresses, as well as 53-year-old Ivan Henry from St. Anne and 23-year-old Everton Martin of a St. Mary address. The Narcotics Police have charged them with possession of ganja, dealing in ganja, attempting to export ganja, and conspiracy to export ganja. The men will answer to the charges in the St. Mary Parish Court on Tuesday. The ganja, valued at $12 million, was seized on September 15 by the Jamaica Defense Force Coast Guard. A boat with 4 men aboard was intercepted and several bags containing compressed ganja allegedly found. 2,300 phones seized in correctional facilities over the last year. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of National Security, Matthew Samuda, says 2,300 cell phones were seized in correctional centers over the last year. Samuda, in his contribution to the State of the Nation debate in the Senate earlier this afternoon, reiterated that the government is committed to cracking down on contraband entering these facilities. He again repeated that steps are on the way to amend current legislation to criminalize the possession, use, and smuggling of electronic devices, particularly phones, into correctional facilities. Samuda reminded his parliamentary colleagues that one of the challenges faced by law enforcement was the use of phones by criminal gangs from behind bars to instruct their cronies to commit crimes. In June this year, Cabinet approved drafting instructions for legislative amendments to various sections of the Corrections Act and the Adult Institutions Rules to address the issue of prohibited items in correctional institutions. He said that the first phase of the amendment is intended to provide stronger legislative support to security arrangements and controls within correctional centers while facilitating tighter control of prohibited articles being transported in and out of the facilities. Samuda also said that the government is moving to procure appropriate technology to monitor entry points, search and scan for devices, and disrupt electronic communication in correctional facilities. He said that a comprehensive review of the Corrections Act was ongoing, with the exercise expected to be finalized by the end of this calendar year. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.